Hello, I'm Sorospa, and today I shall be your humble guide through Final Fantasy IV. When we last left off, we were inside the guts of a gigantic robot that was basically going to destroy the world, and we kind of need to put a stop to that. And standing in our way was the four fiends, because nobody dies in this game. Nobody. So we killed them again after much painstaking effort. And as it happens, something I forgot is that apparently the next boss is right here, so I guess we'll just get right on that. Prepare for more wipes, everybody. So yeah, in this fight, we're pretty much, which one of these is which? We're pretty much fighting this CPU core as kind of a proxy for actually fighting the giant itself, you know? We're kind of destroying its heart, as it were. Let's drop a little bit of healing. So there are a few things to note about this fight, that are something you kind of find out organically through the process of fighting it, is that you actually kind of have to take a specific strategy, to fighting this thing. And so it's got an offense, globe core thing, but it's got an attacker and a defender, and the attacker, you know, okay, that was fucking dumb. I don't think I was paying attention, obviously. I didn't have time to get into kind of psych myself up before getting dropped right into a boss battle. But you would think, you know, a reasonable assumption that you would want to... Let's see if we can just get a healer right on her before we get mazered again. Yeah, like that. Exactly like that. Let's use life, too. I didn't realize this guy had it. Probably because I was too busy using him for offense. Not exactly the prudent thing. But anyway, so the intuitive thing you'd want is, you'd imagine you'd want to kill off both the offense and the defense. And you can do that, and your first thought is that, well, it will probably just revive them. And it'll do that, eventually. But before it does, while it's kind of waiting on its survival ability, it's gonna hit you with an attack called, I think it's called Globe 99, and it deals 9,999 damage. It's bad news. So that's kind of, you kind of find out very quickly that that particular strategy doesn't really work. Now we can kind of see that, although it does kind of keep us under pressure, it does have slightly underwhelming offense, using just its offense core. I mean, it's enough to kind of keep me on my toes. But we're obviously not going to get completely overwhelmed, as long as I'm not doing anything stupid like forgetting to heal people. You know, not that I would do anything stupid like that. So I guess we can just kind of treat this as a battle of attrition. We're kind of limited in our ability to use magic. We could take a risk and actually bounce the wall off of us. The only disadvantage to that, as you can probably imagine, is that there's a chance of hitting the attacker, and then we have bad times. But you know what? This would be boring if I didn't do stupid things. So let's... I need to keep people alive. Let's use Edge, because he's expendable. If I accidentally hit him in the face, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. I think that Cecil's magic resistance probably isn't too good, because he seems to be taking the brunt of it. Let's do this. Jesus Christ. Besides, I think that Globe 99 only hits one person at a time. Aw, oh, fuck's sake. Well, may as well go for broke. Now, that's what I'm talking about. We're probably gonna get killed a lot soon, like really soon. Globe 199, that's it. Yeah, that kills you a lot. It's fucking fast, too. This was a bad idea. I knew it was a bad idea, but it did it anyway. And then it bit me in the ass. Gee, who could have possibly guessed? Let's bounce a virus. Oh, and then it brings him back. So it just, like, whomps you. And then, now it's going to start, healing back up. See, this was a terrible idea. Whose idea was this? I want names. Let's see. We could go for a long time if we're willing to, yeah, I pretty much screwed over. Okay, so at least you kind of see how the cycle goes if you're stupid enough to kill off the attacker. It's not good. And of course, if you just kill off the attacker alone without killing off the defender, then you're gonna run into trouble because it's just gonna keep healing. It's not gonna have any way of hurting you, but on the other hand, you're not going to make much progress killing it either. It's going to be kind of a stalemate. Eventually, one way or another, you're eventually going to be forced to kill the defender, and then you're going to eat Globe 199. So let's give this another try, for serious this time. Okay, so because we're gonna have a hard time using Rydia, why don't we just use her to hit the defender? Put that MP to use. Let's virus this thing. It's a shame that Fusoya's MP is so limited, because he's really got the good stuff here. We just gotta keep dropping mass Cure 3s on everyone. And it's gone. These things really don't have that much hit points. We may as well, it's probably best just to take our physical attackers and just beat the crap out of this thing. I really don't know how much hit points it has, so this might take a while. Can we drain from it? What would happen if we did that? How's everyone doing for hit points? Oh, they're fine. Is there anything we can do as kind of a resistance against it? I'm trying to be clever here, and I don't think it's gonna do much. Oh, let's hit it with slow. I like the sound of that idea. Yeah, I never really developed any like sophisticated strategies against these kind of things. You can tell, like, I never bothered using like the status spells, seeing if those things actually work, just because they usually don't. But, you know, so I'm just kind of trying these things out, and even stuff I have tried that worked, I'm not going to remember it in my next playthrough. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some clever way to get around its annoying, hold on. I think summons go through the wall. It's just that most summons hit all. Let's see if that was a bad idea or not. Well, it was worth a shot anyway. I mean, I wasn't wrong about it actually hitting. Just turns out that doesn't really do much. And everything else hits all, so that would just completely screw us over. So I guess we're out of luck there. But, you know, I'm probably overblowing the, if we just keep hitting it, it's probably gonna fall eventually. It's agonizing seeing all these 3-digit numbers. So can't we speed this up somehow? I suppose if you were really clever, you could time it so that you could hit it in the gaps between the walls. Because there is a space in between the wall wearing off at its next turn where you could hit it with a spell, but there's no indication of when that happens. So I've never been quite that committed to breaking through. I believe that in non-easy type versions of the game there actually is a dispel, but that was one of the spells they removed to make it easier, I guess? It doesn't really... no. Seems by easy they generally just mean less complicated, like taking out all the different various cures for status effects and replacing it with one remedy, or heal, or whatever. I wonder if Edge's ninja magic would do anything. I don't know. Just seems like, I mean, Riddy is completely going to waste here. There's gotta be something we can do. I don't think that the, piddly little chocobo hits are really worth my time. Hold on. Hey, do we have any, weapons we don't need? Crabby drain thing. Let's throw a shuriken at it. I don't really use throw very much. That's alright. Of course, I'd have to keep up my supply of shurikens to actually make regular use of that. Yeah, this is another reason that I don't like how it hides bosses' hit points from you. Because, like, I have zero way of telling whether this fight is going well or not. You know, it all depends on how much hit points it has compared to my resources, and, you know, I can't really check that. But our supply of hit points, or not hit points, MP, is doing pretty well. Which is the important thing, because obviously if we run out of MP, then we're in a bad place. And of course, I've always got ethers, now that I've finally given up on the way of the no items purist. So I think we'll be fine. It's just a matter of how much time I have to spend just staring at this big floating sphere. I don't know. It's kind of a puzzle boss, but once you like kind of figure it out, it seems like this solution is a bit dull. Like you just kind of spend a lot of it doing the same thing over and over. Wait a second. What does sneak do? What does sneak do? Have I just never noticed that sneak is even there? What does that do? It didn't do anything. I don't think I ever mentioned that what sneak is, because I think I just completely ignored it. Huh. Yeah, it's funny. I've played this game multiple times. I don't think I ever looked twice at sneak. Which, I guess, I probably used it once and it did nothing. It was like, failed. And I'm like, well, okay. Guess I'm not gonna bother then. I don't know what it does. I can't even... Is it like stealing? I don't know. It targets one enemy. Is it like kind of a... Is it like peek? Oh hey, it died. There we go. See, that was way easier than the last boss battle. I only wiped once, because I was stupid. I don't know if you could even call it a wipe, because I just gave up. But probably for the best anyway. Woohoo! There we go. See, that's how you do it. Well, boss beaten, episode over. Nah, just kidding. We're only 20 minutes in or so. Usually we don't get a boss battle this early. I usually do a better job at kind of spacing it out so that the bosses are located near the ends of episodes. I thought that we were like halfway through the dungeon. Yeah, I guess we kind of made up for failing at every single one of those crystals. Because this was the whole point of getting them in the first place, is to bring on this giant, and we completely fucked it over, so go team good guys. Sorry, I kind of skipped over that one. Hopefully you had time to read it. Moon magic. Wait, what? What just happened? I am your brother. It's the second Star Wars reference in so many episodes. But come on, how can I not make that one? That's not even. That's just way too obvious. Thank you for that stunning commentary, Edge. Oh man. There goes our meteor. We had it for all of one dungeon. Golbez continues to be badass even after he stops being a villain. Come on, that dude ate meteor, and it mostly just pissed him off. Wait, how do you know he's his big brother? I've read the word brother so many times it doesn't look like a word anymore. Oh yeah, I guess we kind of blasted this thing's core out. We can be mopey after we've gotten outside of the collapsing giant Cecil. Just use exit. Oh hey, Kane. So Golbez was vulnerable to mind control, because he had Lunarian blood, which created a bond between him and Zemus that allowed him to be more easily controlled. So what's Kane's excuse? Well, you heard what he said. Go ahead and string him up. Might be a little bit Kane's fault. Okay. Although that doesn't really take into account the fact that Kane is basically the biggest, most armored fucking tank in our party. As if he was under mind control, we could just kill him like that. Obviously, we should have Rydia learn Meteor just as insurance. Pretty sure that Kane wouldn't survive that. God damn it, Cecil. You're some kind of frickin' moron, you know that? Oh yeah, there were totally guarantees of safe returns the last 10 times we went into horrible monster-infested dungeons with incredibly powerful and evil creatures living in the center of them. Totally. Remember that time that Edward almost got cleaved in half by an antlion? Yeah, their safe return was totally guaranteed there. And the time that, like 5 minutes ago, when we were almost killed by a evil sentient globe, safe return, totally guaranteed. Lunar whale. Jesus Christ. I hate you both right now. So goddamn much. How do you think you're supposed to defeat the most evil fucking sorcerer between two different worlds that has all this power to mind control people from off the planet without a fucking healer? God damn it. Okay, so we're going to the moon automatically. Spoilers, we're not gonna stay on the moon. That is where the next dungeon is, but we actually have some side quest things to take care of, Earthside. Yeah, I hope you didn't think that would last, because, yeah, really not. God damn it, Cecil. Okay, let it be known. I'm calling this one another story misstep. Because that's not only sexist, it's fucking stupid. Again, healer. Healer. White magic. You have someone the ability to mend broken bones by mumbling some magic words over it. You kicked her off the fucking ship. You goddamn idiot. Okay. The good thing is that all of this story's flaws are conveniently grouped together, so that they can be ignored all at once. Or something like that. Don't hug him, just give him a slap on the face. Smack some sense into him, for God's sakes. Exactly. Jesus. Anyway, um, so ignoring the fact that I just came completely unquilled on the main character for 5 minutes, we do actually have things to do back on Earth. We could have done some of these things for a while, but I kind of wanted to keep the plot moving. Um, but let it be known that the next actual step in the story is to enter the final, ultimate, thorniest, deepest, horrifically difficult, monster, just party-wiping filled dungeon in the entire game to finally get to the final boss, who is surrounded by a field of basically boss-level random encounters. That is what awaits us when we feel ready to actually confront the the final dungeon of the game. It's a freaking doozy, and it may we're probably pretty underpowered for it even right now. I'm not quite sure. I think we do kind of want to be in the 50s at least, in order to actually beat the final boss. I don't remember what exactly the recommended level is, but let me think. Do we need... I'm trying to think if we need a particular one to get into the underground. This one's got the drill on it, so that might be our best bet. I can't remember if we... No, we already drilled through, but I can't remember if one or the other is... Okay, so this one can handle magma, so that's good. So, where are we going first? Let's not park directly on top of it. Have I saved recently? No, I haven't. We're probably overpowered for the Cave of the Monsters. Land of Monsters, whatever. Jeez, you soloed through this place? It's a freaking hellhole. So we're gonna want to use float. I haven't really talked about float at all. It's not something that comes up very often, but if the area you're on has damage fields, float will let you evade them. And also, if you're hit by an earth attack, float will negate the damage completely, because they'll be off the ground. I do believe there are monsters running around here that use Quake, so it's good to have. So like I said, this is our final party for the game. At this point, we're not going to get any more party changes. We're sticking with these 5. I love Virus. So at this point, you know, any grinding we do is going to stick. We're not going to have people leaving the party that we've leveled up. And we're gonna have to, in terms of, god damn it, in terms of magic, we're gonna be relying on Rydia for offense and Carlos for defense for the rest of the game. We're not gonna get any more powerful all-rounders like Fusoya or I don't know if you'd call Child Rydia a powerful all-rounder, but she was originally an all-rounder of a sort. But yeah, none of that. Our magic expertise is firmly segregated at this point. I guess with the exception of Cecil, has a bit of yeah. If you're confused, you can prepare to take an action while you're confused, and then take it while unconfused, which can cause weird results like that. You know, we probably shouldn't spend too much time in encounters on this, because apparently the monsters in here are dicks. So that's good to know. Oh, Kane, you suck. Oh, sure, as soon as we beat the monster, you go back onto our side and start cheering. Well, this looks easy enough. It's gonna frickin' summon something huge, though. Oh my god. Did that just happen? You summoned literally the weakest monster in the game. I think it has single-digit hit points. Wow, okay. That was pretty funny. That was worth seeing. I didn't even know that happened. Let's patch up a few wounds here and there. Jeez, Cecil tanks a frickin' ton of damage. You know, Edge has more HP than I realized. It's quite a lot. It's just the fact that he has, I think, probably the defense of a thin twig, more or less. Really, at this point, we should probably start, in big fights, kind of start relying on image to keep him alive. Even for something like this, I just don't want to deal with it. Okay, so it just kind of calls things at random. It'd be really funny to see it, like, call the final boss. That wouldn't happen, but... another thing to note about Float, in between screen transitions, we just outright lose it. So that's nice. Let's see, we're already pretty far into the episode, so I'm thinking about how much time we'll have to kind of bomb around and check things out in the Land of the Sun Monsters. Also, interesting fact that I learned about the Land of the Sun Monsters. Of course, the correct way to approach making any kind of factual statement on camera, and I can tell you that this works. Do it this way. It always works, is to, of course, make the statement without any kind of fact-checking whatsoever, and then after the fact, look up to see if you were right. And if you're wrong, then, well, then you cannot tell anyone and no one will know the difference, probably. But I'll do it anyway, because I'm such a nice person. Anyway, but I said that the term Feymarch used in later translations was probably some kind of mythological thing. Apparently it was actually a made-up term used in the translation. Basically on the logic that it would seem weird for summoned monsters to call their own place the land of summoned monsters, which makes sense. I do agree with that logic. And plus, Feymarch is just so much catchier than Land of Summoned Monsters, which is kind of a mouthful. Have we fought huge Nagas before? I know we fought things that look like them. Because I think it's that this one is a slightly different shade of green. See, I don't have much more commentary to make until we actually get there, so obviously I should be fighting less encounters, because I'm running out of things to say. Let's see, how many floors deep is this place anyway? I think it's only like 3, maybe 4. Got a recast float. This part's kind of annoying, having to constantly recast it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip out on the encounters from now on. It's just more convenient this way. And then we can kind of get on with the reason. Oh, see, I can see the town underneath. So yeah, we're almost there. What? Oh, come on. Really? This is just a dead end. But yeah, we can kind of get straight into the reasons why we'd want to visit here. You probably have some guesses. I mean, Land of Summoned Monsters. You can speculate about why we'd want to go there, and you'd probably be right. Jesus, this is winding. Cure 2, Poison X, Ninja. Ooh, okay. Ninja Sword. Let's see. But what is their defense? Kane has like double the defense of Edge. So yeah, I think I was right about the twig thing. He really doesn't... He's really almost not what you'd call a frontliner, but unless he's gonna be only just throwing things, he doesn't really have that many options for backline offense. What is a clapper? It's an odd term. Let's see. We can sleep in an inn when we get there, so... Let's get on with it. Get on with... Jesus. Freaking 6 enemies there, too. 4 of which, I should mention, can cast Charm, so that's nice. I think I'm just gonna not even bother with that. Where does this go? Jeez. Alright, last chest, and then we can... Oh yeah, these are the ones that cast Quake. Let's kill them, just because. Which one's better? I feel intuitively drawn to ice for some reason. And that is the power of float. Admittedly, it's a fairly narrow power, but, you know, against this one type of enemy, it's pretty worth it and actually pretty funny. Wow, that was pretty intense. Maybe they were weak to it. Maybe the... God damn it! I swear to God. Titan. Let's see, I was about to make an attack on Titan pun, but I think I've already done that before. Jeez, there's a lot of these guys. Well, as long as you can hit them all at once, it doesn't really matter. Of course, Kane misses the healing, such as he does. It's more like it. And these guys weren't even so tough, were they? We might not actually have that tough of a time with the bosses down here. If we're kind of... Because like I said, you'd probably go down here earlier in a typical playthrough, I think. Once you have Rydian, you can access the underground. Isn't there some kind of bug with the defense? Jeez. Some kind of bug with the defense sword? I think there was. Probably nothing I should be messing with, though. I think it's only appropriate that, only appropriate that we be Rydia for this one. You know, at this point, I would really appreciate having that fast walk that the later remakes added. So yeah, there's an entire town here for summon monsters who, unlike most other monsters, aren't going to try and beat the shit out of you on sight. Of course, in order to get here, you have to go through the horrible hell labyrinth with the lava floors. So I'm guessing they don't get a lot of visitors. The weird thing about this place, actually, is that if you look down there, you can see that, right? There's treasure chests in the background. To this day, I've never figured out how to reach them. I've looked all over for some kind of secret passageway. Like, look at that. Look, you can see. Look, there's gotta be some way to reach it. But I've never figured out how. Should I stock up on equipment here? Let's buy one and see if it's any good. Well, that ice shield is old, isn't it? Probably could use a replacement. Oh, okay, so it gives like magic defense. Actually, would have been kind of nice to have. Spent a lot of money on this this kit, so it better be worth it. Oh my god, how long has she been wearing leather? Jesus Christ. Why didn't someone tell me? Also, we need to get rid of some of this crap. Can we group some of it? Not really, no. Dang. Gunner. I don't know. He already has pretty good defense, and it raises magic defense, so that's probably good, I think. At least she's not just wearing leather armor. Jeez. Okay, let's sell off some random crap that we've accumulated here. Let's get rid of this one, this one, this one. We don't even have anyone who uses claws anymore. This. What are samurai arrows? What are samurai arrows? Now I really want to know. What's different about arrows used by samurai? I have no idea. Sorry. Jeez. What have I ever done to monsters that would make them not want me around? Can't imagine. Was this the one I used to get up here? Yeah, it was. There's gotta be some way down there. I just know there is. The Land of the Summoned Monsters is pretty great. Seeing chocobos and generic monsters running around. Eh. Do you let Jin into these wooden buildings? Like he'd burn the place down. Let's see now. There's a lot of stuff just kind of scattered around here. Probably it would be a good idea to save right here. Definitely, because if we died down here, it would be bad times. Because we'd have to go all the way down again. A lot of these guys don't really have much to say, do they? Pretty much it's just, hi, Rydia. Why don't we, I'll move it. See if there's any good weapons. I'm gonna go broke here. What's she currently using? Chain. And, I'll get this one and call it good. I don't know, I might also get that staff for Carlos. And that should do it. Oh yeah, she uses arrows, but they're not really worth it anymore. Wait, didn't? Oh no, hold on. Interesting, okay. Does that actually do anything other than raise her attack? Alright, so the main attraction here is actually... What do you have to say? Huh. Guess that's true. The main attraction here is actually in the library. But, oh, okay. But before we... No, I'm not gonna whisper. That would probably not even pick up that well. Let's just take a look at the books here. I know there's some interesting stuff in here. Huh. Unbeknownst to all. Come to think of it, I think Rydia is the only one alive. That was the whole point of destroying the town of Mist. Yeah, I think you can probably see where this is going. Oh yeah, we're gonna fight Odin too. Probably not this episode, because he's back on the surface. Oops. No, not really. Another hint for later. A lot of side quest content is about summoned monsters. Give you a spoiler: the king, the true king of the summon monsters, is Bahamut, and he's fucking awesome. Although it's also really hard to get to him, but we'll save that for another day, because that is not even on this planet. So that's like 2 layers of world map away from us. And gotta do little tricks to get to this one. Actually, could we access it from the side? Okay, I guess so. Can we read this one? No. Really have to reach. Definitely not. Did I rest? Oh, whoops. Probably we should do that first. Also, don't ask me why the path to the king and queen is in the basement of the library. Just one of those great mysteries, I suppose. Actually, there might not be a proper inn here. Was it... Oh, was it in here? No, I just really wasn't paying attention. Jeez, you really have to pay through the nose to sleep here. Alright, but running kinda short on time. But hey, now we can properly round out the episode with a boss fight or two. So let's geez, I really wish I had a fast walk. It would save so much time. Oh well, we make do. Alright, let's do this. Definitely. I'm not afraid of you. Okay, so Asura, I think it's Asura. But her thing is all about healing herself. So the big thing you're gonna want to do here, right away, slap a wall on her. That'll put a damper on her attempts to keep her health up. Fortunately, that also means we're not going to be doing much in the way of hitting her with magic, but that's alright. We'll do fine without it, because a lot of the time she's just going to be wasting healing magic on bouncing them onto us. Jesus. Edge is really taking the brunt of it. I should take my own advice and actually put an image or two on him. Haha. So, come on, Edge. Jeez. Okay, this should help keep him alive a little bit. How much hit points does she have? Other than Edge, I think everyone else is gonna be fine, because they're either sitting in the back row or, whatchamacallit, or they're actually able to take a hit. Although we should, take note that eventually the wall is gonna wear off. Hit points does she have? I wish I knew. I probably ought to do the smart thing, just so I have an idea of how long these fights are going to take, is just to look it up ahead of time. But, you know, you do what you can. if you don't know to put the wall on her, this fight becomes really painful. You can trust me on that one. How much hit points does she have? You know, I actually ought to see about buying more darts for edge. That never gets old. That wall has been up for a while now. Is it gonna last the whole fight? Just might. I guess there's nothing to stop us from using Rydia's bigger summons. Oh, I should have imaged him. Oh well. And I immediately get punished for not doing so. So I guess there's a lesson for you. Man, I would have expected it to wear off by now. And I ended up wasting that. I really should be just putting images on everyone when I can. Let's try it. Let's try Titan. Whoops. Hey, there it goes. Okay. How about that? Okay, first thing, go back, sleep, and then save. Save, for God's sake, save between the two fights. So, although it honestly might be, if not cheaper, at the very least faster, just use a frickin' cabin. I mean, this is why I bought like 70 something. I'm probably never gonna run out of cabins for the rest of the game. Alright, straight back to it. We can do this. Actually, that was, considering, like I said, I think I might be kind of over-leveled for this. That was more of a fight than I, expected, so this last one might be pretty interesting. Sorry, I went through that one a little fast. Hell yeah. Let's do this. After two boss battles of Rydia being kind of not doing much, this time we're just gonna unload with frickin' lightning on this guy. And Kain misses the healing, of course. It's traditional. We gotta get ourselves some Lightning 3. Actually, we may as well throw this thing at him. Do I want to use this? Maybe I shouldn't. And yeah, that's gonna get annoying fast. We're gonna have to be aggressive about our healing in order to keep up. Hopefully, we won't wipe on this one. Hey, Kain actually got the healing. I think that Ice 2 is probably the less intimidating of the two states that he goes through here. Let's try... It'd be actually kind of funny to use Asura on him, since she's kind of standing right there. Let's try Indra. He's the lightning guy. Have you seen Indra? I can't remember. Big flowing beard, staff. No relation to Fusoya. Okay, Ice 2 might be kind of a threat if he hits Rydia with it too many times. Considering she's kind of a glass cannon here. Not too much hit points. Kaboom! That was kind of underwhelming. Just keep throwing out those Cure 3s. It's a little bit overkill, but I'd rather that than underkill. Is that a thing? Underkill? Just freaking unload on him. Wonder if Virus would be worth it. You know how much I love Virus. Yeah, that was pretty good, and it'll do chip damage on him. Don't kill Rydia, you douchebag. No, I think we're gonna be fine. It's just a matter of, we've got enough firepower, healing firepower, I guess, to keep ahead of him. Anticipated that one. Maybe I should stick to using Virus. It's not even his weakness or anything, but it's still, Actually, is that his weakness? It's not really even doing that much. Maybe we should try Ice. Ice could be thought of as, like, strong against water if you, like, freeze it. I don't know. There's kind of a logic to it. It's worth a try anyway. No. He's just not that weak to it, I guess. Of course it didn't target Kane. Hey, there we go. Awesome. And the character limit hits again, but you know what it really stands for. Alright, so I think we can call it here. We'll go back to the surface on our next episode, and I'll actually do a little bit of research and make sure I haven't missed anything here, and maybe I can figure out how to get those freaking chests. Yeah, so anyway, I hope to see you there. I know my episodes have been a little bit irregular lately, but I'm hoping that I will at least get out one per weekend, and maybe, I shouldn't just leave it paused like that, it's bad form. Maybe I can try getting out a couple during the week, I'll see. But yeah, I hope to see you there.